They thought they could erase me. They thought they could shove me into the dirt, cover me up, and walk away like I was nothing. They thought their words, their laughs, their cruelty would be the end of me. They were wrong. I gave them every chance. I stayed quiet when they mocked me. I held my head high when they pushed me down. I believed, for so long, that people could be better. That if I was kind, if I was patient, they'd see me for who I was. But they didn't. They saw my silence as weakness. They saw my kindness as something to exploit. They thought they could break me and I'd stay broken. They should have left me alone. They had every opportunity to walk away, to let me live my life in peace. But they chose to hurt me instead. They chose to lie, to betray, to take everything I held dear and crush it in front of me. They laughed while I bled. They celebrated while I suffered. They thought I'd stay down, that I'd fade away into nothing. They didn't know what they were creating. Once, I was soft. I believed in fairness, in trust, in doing good. I thought the world rewarded people who tried, who cared, who gave second chances. I was wrong. The world doesn't care about good hearts. It chews them up, spits them out, and moves on without a second thought. I learned that the hard way. Every time I reached out, they slapped my hand away. Every time I trusted, they stabbed me in the back. Every time I hoped, they crushed it under their feet. I remember every moment of pain, every word they used to cut me down, every smirk, every whisper, every lie. I stored it all inside me, not because I wanted to, but because I had no choice. They left me with nothing but my scars, my anger, my will to keep going. They thought those scars would weaken me. They thought my anger would destroy me. But they were wrong. Those scars are my armor now. That anger is my fuel. I tried to be the good guy. I tried to forgive, to understand, to move on. I told myself they didn't mean it, that they'd change, that things would get better. But they never did. They kept pushing, kept taking, kept hurting. They stripped away every piece of me that believed in mercy, in justice, in hope. They thought they were winning. They thought they could mold me into something small, something obedient. They didn't see the fire growing inside me. They didn't see the storm I was becoming. I warned them. I begged them to stop. I gave them every chance to back off, to let me be, to leave me with something human. But they didn't listen. They kept going, kept digging, kept trying to bury me deeper. They thought I'd stay buried. They thought I'd never climb out, but I did. I clawed my way back, inch by inch, scar by scar. Every time they pushed me down, I found a way to stand again now. They're starting to see. Now, they're starting to feel the weight of what they've done. They thought they could control me, that they could decide who I was. But I'm not theirs to control. I'm not theirs to define. I'm something they never expected. Something they can't stop. They created this. They lit the fire inside me. They forged the strength I carry now. I'm not the person I used to be. The one who smiled through the pain, who forgave the unforgivable, who believed in better days. That person is gone. They killed them piece by piece, with every lie, every betrayal, every wound. But in killing that person, they gave birth to someone new, someone stronger, someone who doesn't bend, someone who doesn't break. They should have left me alone. They should have walked away when they had the chance. Now, it's too late. Now, they'll face the consequences of what they've done. I'm not here to beg anymore. I'm not here to plead or explain. I'm here to rise. And when I rise, they'll feel it. The ground will shake. Their world will tremble. Because I'm not just surviving anymore. I'm fighting. And I will not break. I am not what they thought I was. I am not weak. I am not small. I am not someone they can push around anymore. They tried to break me, to make me disappear, to make me bow, but they failed. And now, I'm here, stronger than ever, burning with a fire they can't put out. They thought my silence meant I was done, They thought my patience meant I was afraid. They were wrong. I wasn't silent because I was weak. I was silent because I was watching. I was learning. I was sharpening myself, turning every pain into power, every scar into strength. While they laughed, I was building. While they mocked, I was growing now. They'll see what I've become. I don't fear them anymore. Fear is for people who have something to lose. I lost everything. They took it all, my trust, my hope, my heart. They left me with nothing but this fire inside me, this storm that won't stop, and I'm thankful for it, because without their cruelty, I wouldn't know how strong I am. Without their betrayal, I wouldn't be who I am now. They wanted me to stay down. They wanted me to beg for their mercy. But mercy is a lie. Mercy is a chain they use to keep you weak. I'm done with mercy. I'm done with waiting for fairness, for justice, for things to be right. The world doesn't work that way. The world takes from the kind, punishes the good, and rewards the ruthless. So I became ruthless, not because I wanted to, but because they left me no choice. I used to dream of a better world, a place where people helped each other, where kindness mattered, where hard work was enough. But that world doesn't exist. I learned that the hard way. Every time I tried to be good, they punished me. Every time I tried to trust, they betrayed me. So I stopped dreaming. I stopped hoping. I started fighting now. I make my own rules. I don't ask for permission. I don't wait for approval. I take what's mine. They thought they could decide my worth, that they could tell me who I was. But I'm not theirs to define. I'm not theirs to control. I'm a force they can't stop, a storm they can't escape. They created this, and now they'll face it. I feel the power inside me now. It's not just anger, it's not just pain. It's something bigger, something stronger. It's the certainty that I'm enough, that I don't need them to tell me I'm worthy, that I don't need their world to make space for me. I'll make my own space. I'll carve my own path, and nothing will stand in my way. They whisper about me now. The same people who laughed at me are scared to say my name. They see the fire in my eyes. They feel the weight of my presence. They know something's changed. They know I'm not the same person they used to push around. They're right? I'm not. I've burned away everything that held me back. Every doubt, every fear, every weakness. What's left is pure strength. I don't need their love. I don't need their acceptance. I don't need their pity. Those things are traps. Ways to keep you small. Ways to keep you begging. I'm done begging. I'm done shrinking myself though. Make them comfortable. I'm here to take what I deserve. To build what I want. To be who I was always meant to be. They thought they could bury me. They thought they could make me forget who I am. But I didn't forget. I remembered every hurt, every lie, every scar, and I used them. I turned them into weapons. I turned them into power. Now I'm ready to rise, ready to show them what happens when you push someone too far. I am not afraid. I am not weak. I am the fire they lit, and I will not break. I am the storm they feared. I am the force they tried to bury. I am everything they thought I could never be. They had their chance to stop this. They had their chance to leave me alone. They didn't take it. Now, they'll face what I've become. I'm not the person they laughed at. I'm not the fool they betrayed. I'm not the weakling they pushed down. That person is dead. I buried them myself. In the same dirt they tried to bury me in. But I didn't stay buried. I rose. And when I rose, I brought the storm with me. They thought they could control me. They thought they could decide my fate. They thought their lies, their cruelty, their power would be enough to keep me down. They were wrong. Their power was nothing. Their lies were weak. Their cruelty only made me stronger every time they hurt me. I grew tougher. Every time they lied, I saw clearer. Every time they tried to break me, I became unbreakable. I don't live by their rules anymore. I don't play their games. I don't bow to their expectations. They built a world to keep people like me small, to keep us quiet, to keep us weak. But I'm not part of their world anymore. I've stepped outside. I've shattered their chains. I've broken their mold. I am something else now. Something they can't touch. Something they can't stop. Let them call me a monster. Let them call me cruel. Let them say I've lost my way. Their words mean nothing. They're just noise. The desperate cries of people. Whoa, no, they've lost. They're scared now. Scared of the fire in my eyes, the strength in my hands, the will in my heart. They should be, because I'm not here to forgive. I'm not here to forget. I'm here to take what's mine. I've walked through pain they can't imagine. I've carried burdens they'd never survive. Every scar on my body is a story, a lesson, a victory. They thought those scars would shame me. They thought they'd mark me as broken, but they're wrong. These scars are my crown. They show the world I'm still here, that I've endured, that I've won. I used to want their approval. I used to care what they thought. I used to hope they'd see my worth. Not anymore. I don't need their validation. I don't need their acceptance. I know who I am. I know what I'm worth. And I'm done waiting for them to catch up. I'm moving forward, and nothing will stop me. They had their fun. They laughed while I suffered. They celebrated while I bled. They thought they'd won, but their victories were empty. Their laughter was weak, while they were busy mocking me. I was building myself up, while they were busy lying. I was finding my truth. Now, their time is over. My time is here. I am not afraid of what's ahead. I am not afraid of their judgment. I am not afraid of their resistance. Fear is for the weak, and I am not weak. I've been through too much, survived too much, to let fear hold me back. I am the storm. I am the fire. I am the strength. They never saw coming. They thought they could write my story. They thought they could decide how it ends. But this is my story now. I hold the pen. I choose the path, and I will write an ending, Theo. Never forget. They'll speak my name, not in mockery, but in awe. They'll tell my story, not as a warning, but as a truth, that you can push someone too far, hurt them too much, and they'll become something unstoppable. I am not the good guy anymore. I don't believe in fairy tales. I don't wait for justice. I take it. I don't ask for fairness. I make it. I don't hope for better days. I build them. The world tried to break me, but it failed. Now I'll show the world what happens when you try to bury Sumion, who was born to rise. I will not bend. I will not bow. I will not break. I am the storm they created, and I am here to stay.